I'm Anne-Marie Davies, and you're watching Pulling Around Town, because I'm sitting here with the best of the best, Miss Felix Cane, a world champion of pole dancing.
Just signed on with the new show that I'm doing is called Immortal. It's the Michael Jackson World Tour, so it's going to be touring around the world. The first show is set to start on October 2nd. We start off in Montreal, in Canada. We've got a few shows there, and then it comes down to America, and I'll be touring all the way across America.
Oh, so it's not just in Vegas, it's all over the place.
No, it's going to all over the world. Yes, I'm doing a pole solo.
So is that all you're doing is pole?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm super excited because it's an arena tour, so it's going to be in arenas, which are really big.
So, like, how many? Like, tens of thousands?
Yes, it's going to be between 5,000 and 20,000 people watching each show. So
that's going to be amazing hearing such a large crowd cheer for you.
I think, well, for me, my goal has always been to get pole dancing accepted as being a mainstream art form, and I think this is a really big step for all of us right? So I always get excited when I think about it, because it's going to be like millions of people that see pole dancing under the Cirque Du Soleil umbrella. So
right.
I think it'll open a lot of people's eyes. So I think hopefully it's going to be a really great thing for us.
You had an affinity for the pole and like a natural ability for it. Did you find that out right away, like the first time you got on it?
Yeah, I felt very connected with the pole. Like I could do most of the beginners, like the basic moves. I could understand how I needed to move to get them to look the same as the person that was teaching me. I didn't have a lot of strength, so I could feel that I wasn't strong enough at first, but I just really enjoyed being on the pole and felt like I could really do it.
Right. So, as everyone knows, you're extremely flexible, and before you were a pole dancer, you were a biochemist. So, I think what's a little confusing, there's a lot of pole dancers out there that used to be something else and then they became a pole dancer, but they're not nearly as flexible as you. So, what do you attribute that to?
I'm naturally very flexible, but I was a ballerina up until the age of like 18, 20, I think. I stopped dancing. So I've been stretching and manipulating my body since I was like 4 years old, I think.
So you think it's like genetic?
It's a combination of genetics and also training and circumstance, really.
Right.
With the ballet, you have to, you train and to be more flexible. And then
of course,
with naturally my mom being more flexible, I think I had an advantage. It's called the rubber gene.
The rubber gene. Your hair is, I saw it on Wednesday night when it was like completely done up.
Mohawked up.
Who does your hair?
I do my own hair. I
dye it yourself too?
I dye it myself. I bleach it myself. I cut it myself. I style it myself. I do everything myself. Because I move around so much, I tend to not be able to find stylists that will do what I want to it, so I just taught myself how to do it.
Do you get your inspiration from Jared Leto?
I don't know who that is. I think it's just chameleonizing itself. I just invented a word. Yeah, my accent tends to morph into wherever I'm living. Yeah.
So when you go to Texas, you start talking about Italian.
That was hideous.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna come back with like a yeehaw accent. No,
no.
When I talk to my mom on the phone, because she speaks very, very English, so my English comes out. And then when I'm speaking to my friends in Australia, the Australian comes out. And then when I'm here, the American comes out.
Right.
So I guess it's just what I hear, I mimic.
I have one last question. How many times have you been pulled over while topless?
In the car?
Yeah.
Or just in general?
Well, I don't know how else you could get pulled over.
Just one. It's like I just drive you around. It was a heat wave is this the story you're talking about?
Yes,
this is otherwise I have a feeling that there's more than one.
No, this is the story.
And there was this heat wave and it was so hot, and it was like, when the road stings, it's so hot, it's like,
yeah.
It was that hot. It was like shining with heat. And so my friends, we were all in the car, and the car was packed, so it's getting really hot, and it was just so hot, so we just started like taking our clothes off because we were wet, like we were soaking wet with sweat. So we were just taking, and I was driving, I was sitting so hot that I could, almost couldn't breathe. And so I just took all of like my top and everything off. And then I guess I was so distracted with taking my clothes off, I didn't see the police behind. And so they pulled us over, and I'm like,
there was 4 of you in the car.
there was 3 of us.
3 of you. 3 topless girls.
Well, I was the only one completely topless. The rest of my friends were like, we're modest. I'm like, I'm hot! And so the policeman pulls up, and I'm like, yes, officer. And he's looking at me. He's looking at my friends. He's just like, just go. Just go. I am currently working on my first set of instructional DVDs, which will be available on my website, felixcaneinc.com, and on the store section. Also, lots of exciting new things are going to come. Hopefully everything should be ready to go by the pole convention in
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach, in June. So
can you buy these shirts
you can. You can buy these shirts.
I just bought this today.
I also just bought this.
It's very comfortable and
there's a whole
soft.
lot more pole gear coming out. So
very exciting.
It should be fun.
Yay! Well, thank you so much for sitting with me. It means the world to me that I got a chance to really pick your brain and talk to you.
Give me loves.
Thank you so much.
It's like I just drive you around. I just invented a word. It's called the rubber tubing.
The rubber tubing.
Like can puppies.
So obviously.
Wait. Like you're gonna have to rephrase that because I like just didn't mean